Yeah, back to that subject. Whenever y'all pull back up, my bad. I ain't cutting that off. And we changed the thumbnail. You know, dialogue, man. Conversation, conversation, conversation rules the nation. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Dang. What the heck was that? They ain't gonna let your boy be great. They ain't gonna let your boy be great, man. Let's see how many people gonna hit the cash app, cause even though I know right now, like it's not the perfect time to be asking people for anything, which I'm technically not, but you know, it's rough out here, man. But yeah, I mean, when it come to relationships, man, it's not an easy task by a long shot. It's definitely not an easy task. Like people go through a lot of stuff in one relationship, man. You can't be like it don't make it easy for you. I need somebody to make me a logo, man. Cutting Edge, what it do, bro? Shout out to you, man. What you up to, man? How's life on your end, brother? And another thing, like this Kodak Black situation, right? Like Kodak is honestly, technically trolling, like they said, as we all hear nowadays. Trolling is a very heavy topic of discussion when it comes to content. Um, I don't think that man is serious with none of the stuff that he's doing. So by not by a long shot, that man, that's none of that stuff I would say is serious. I think he's just playing on people's hearts. He's trying to be normal. He's probably probably just being like a funny guy. Bro, life been rough lately. Ain't been myself, but it's all good things with you, bro. Damn, man, I hate to hear that, bro. Hopefully it get better for you, bro. What I will tell you is, man, don't let this shit stress you out in life, bro. Um, it's all temporary. You know what I mean? Like, especially when we on this internet, like we all try to hold ourselves together, pull ourselves up, and all that. And we look for like words of encouragement and stuff like that. But don't let none of this stuff. If you can help it, try to find the best way. Try to find an alternative way to approach it. You know, because I don't know what it is you're going through, and it would be selfish of me to try to dig that far. But things do get better. You know what I'm saying? Things do get better, bro. Um, I try not to take this shit too serious, bro. What I will tell you though, bro, um, if it has anything to do with YouTube, you can email me, bro. Um, yeah, my email is on my or you can hit me up. L, I think my it's Boogie CLT on Instagram. If you got anything to do with YouTube, cause YouTube is crazy, bro. I'm on my YouTube studio every day looking at stats and all that stuff. Like I can see how it could drive a man crazy. I done got to that point with the content stuff. Um, I'm paying attention to who's in my chat. I'm paying attention to the things I'm talking about. It affects the way I look at people. Everything. It affects all of that. So it could definitely be one of those. It's a very sensitive, you know. Like they say, bro, life's a chick and then you die. You know what I'm saying? Then you're unalive. Oh yeah, most definitely cutting edge. Man, can't take nothing serious in this world, bro. Nothing. People be really trying to bring you down and stuff. We see how people treating each other right now. They're talking about civil war, like civil war, really, like, and they're basing it off the political standpoints of people's approach to, you know, social life. You know what I mean? Like we're all fighting each other over simple things. Majority of the time, it's over money and land. Like the guy said in that movie, Ving Rhames said one time, he's like guns and butter, bro. Like stocks and bonds. You know, it's all about money and land, bro. And we all want a piece of that in America. That's the American way, right? Capitalism. But it affects us all. Some of us it affects tremendously. Some of us get affected by it in different ways. So like everything isn't always everything doesn't always go as planned, right? Some of us understand that you just gotta you either go along to get along like everybody else say, or you fighting against that system. And if you fighting against that system, then of course you're an outsider. You're alienated. You're on the outside looking in. You know, you're awake. And this one would definitely go on members only. And that's might what I started doing too, because I do got a lot of people that still want to, hear the beef stuff and all of that type of conversation. I give them something every now and then, um, because that's where I came from. And I do like the conversation I had earlier with everybody, the people that was coming in that I didn't know, the people that I did know, or whatever, or did or didn't know, is what I mean. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. We got 20 people watching. That's because we ain't on our PC right now. And we're gonna start doing a lot of different members only stuff. I'm gonna try to build a computer. We're gonna do some content. We're gonna do some rapping and stuff. Go look at Stephen Miller press conference in Memphis. He said they raiding these cities to get more property and bring in business. Yeah, it's supposed to be about the smart city stuff. Let's pull it up. It's supposed to be about the smart city stuff, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be about the smart city stuff. Says Stephen Miller. Go look at Stephen Miller. Shout out to you, Russell Red. Let's pull up Stephen Miller. Let's give some insight on that. Let's go give our 2 cents about that real quick.
Thank you so much for joining
So
us.
this is CNN.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon illegal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen?
A violent uprising against an authority or government.
Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical issue. We'll try to fix that and get back to you after a quick break. Democrats are
So they didn't even say nothing. I don't know what that was all about. Hold on, let me see if I can get some more. They have no idea how ruthless we are. They were talking also. They were all people were also talking about like this Civil War thing, man. Seen it on the Philip Scott podcast about 2 days ago. Philip Scott. Let's look Philip Scott up. Make sure y'all sub up the Philip Scott podcast if you haven't already. Okay. And make sure y'all subbing up to the channel, man, because we're giving y'all good detailed information, good news over here, man. Real spill, you know what I'm saying? Real deal spill over here, kid.
You know, we've seen all the ICE raids that's been happening in Chicago, and the operation's called Midway Blitz. And they even putting out propaganda videos. It was interesting, the propaganda video they put out, they only showed the illegal immigrants, but they didn't show all the black people and black children that they were bringing out. Now, let me say something up front for the people in the back and some of the slow people in the back who's not listening, who go on other platforms or whatever trying to talk about me. You need to listen and listen very clear. I am not against mass deportation. If you're in the country illegally and you overstayed your visa, you came in the wrong way, especially you coming here and you're getting in criminal gangs, and you're committing crimes in America, and you already have an order of deportation,
right?
Or you have several crimes on your belt, I don't want you here.
I want you gone. I don't want your ass here neither.
I'm not against Trump and them getting them out. I don't think.
I'm gonna tell you who else I don't want here, and I don't want to say it out loud because somebody was talking about like the Spanish or the Latin people are the only ones being pulled up out of here. I don't want you here if you over here causing a uproar and a ruckus towards the people of America. I don't want you here neither. I don't want you here neither, bro. I don't want nobody here that want to come here and cause an uproar. Just like how people transport to other cities in America and they want to cause an uproar. I remember hearing somebody talk about somebody taking the life of a young man and he wasn't even from the city. And on top of that, you know, you coming over here to another city doing stuff like that. I don't stand for that. I don't appreciate it. I don't like that stuff. So I don't want that for my communities neither. Never have, never will. All right, let's keep going.
That part of it right there. If you're getting out the criminal, illegal immigrants, hey, do your thing. But the part that I am against is the violation of constitutional rights and the violation of human rights and the violation of civil rights to American citizens. I'm definitely against that. Why I'm against that? Because they claim they're trying to get out illegal immigrants, but why are you abusing American citizens? And you should say something about this. Now, case in point, the Republicans say they about law and order. Well, I want you to watch how they treated the Chicago Police Department. Let's go ahead and check this out. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know that was up. Y'all know that was up. Y'all know that was up. Right here. Y'all don't get, none of us get paid enough for this. Wake up. Wake up. They shot a Chicagoan today. Arrest ICE. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, what I have to say here is this: the Chicago Police Department,
they don't want people
unions, and all these different people.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say the G word. Y'all go look it up. But there's a lot of weird stuff going down right now in America. All right, the food. I'm gonna say the food. The war between nationalities, the war against government. There's a lot of this is Philip Scott podcast, and he's basically showing a clip about what's going on in Chicago, you know, all of the ruckus in Chicago.
You know, support, you know, Trump and all of that, right? And I'm not saying every police officer in the Chicago Police Department supported Trump, but what I'm saying is they always talking about back the blue, support the blue, we need to fund the police and all of that, and then now ICE is attacking the police because they're not trying to assist them in doing anything. They don't have to assist you to do anything. Y'all, you got, what, $100 billion given to y'all in that big, beautiful bill?
Wow.
Y'all can handle things on your own. Now, the Chicago Police Department is the police department that's over that particular city,
and best for them to handle law enforcement issues, right? But they choose not to do that. Now, I've heard that, they say, well, shoot, let's go to the jails and get the illegal immigrants. Now, that part right there, I think they should have did that part. I mean, if you got an illegal immigrant in the jail, it's very easy to go get them. I think they should have been did that.
Hit that like button.
Now, these tactics that they're using, right? These tactics is not something that most of us have ever seen. Now, and I want to repeat this again. Barack Obama, they called him the deporter in chief. In his 8 years, he removed way more people than Trump removed in his first 4-year term. And even up to now, the Barack Obama was moving all these people out of here. But you did not see this third world look about it. How come Barack Obama got all these people out of here, without even you noticing he did it? But Trump, he got to be doing all this craziness. Then you claim you're about law and order, but then a federal judge says, well, no, you bring the National Guard to Portland, Oregon, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to take the ones that I had a court order for out in California, and I'm going to move them to Portland, trying to circumvent the law, right? Now, that's not law and order. I thought we were supposed to be supporting the courts and having checks and balances or whatever. As a black person, I would never, ever, ever support the violation of our constitutional rights, human rights, civil rights. I would never do that. I don't care what's going on. I'm not going to do that. Anybody who's sitting up here advocating the violation of our American rights, I don't think that's the person I want to listen to. Because if it's okay to violate Americans' rights, see, that's what happened to other folks. See, they were cool when our constitutional, civil, and human rights are violated. Now it's happening to them, and they shocked. You understand? And that's why I don't get into that. Oh, I don't care. I don't care what happens. Who cares about this? Who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? I don't get into that. Now, I know the balance with that. When people saying it's not my issue, it's not my problem, I get why a lot of black people say that. Because when it was us, nobody cared. Nobody. Nobody stood up for us. Nobody said nothing for us. And that is a God's honest truth. But when I'm talking about black people, and that's what my focus is always going to be on, when I'm talking about black people are being pulled out of their apartments, their doors getting kicked in, and our babies being put in zip ties. What are you putting babies in zip ties for? I don't care what y'all say. When you
Well, that has been debunked. They said that wasn't a real situation. That was a father playing with his child, playing cops and robbers with his baby. Obviously, that kid would be too small to even understand what's taking place on him. Obviously, he might be looking up to his father, obviously, of course, but that has been debunked. What I will say is, though, is that he might be approaching it from, I don't know. It sounds like he's approaching it from a political standpoint, which at this point it has been classified and labeled extremely political because Trump is in the middle of it. And it's going all the way up to a federal level where they're, like you said, the big beautiful bill where they're pulling immigrants out of these cities that are illegal. But yes, of course, there will be tyranny amongst us all. Everyone has to keep their head on a swivel. We all have to take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? We all have to pay attention to what's going on around us because you just never know. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, damn it. Hit that like button. Just do it. Just do it. Not yelling, not trying to be offensive. Hit the like button, people. Um, yeah, man. What I will say is that we all have to just, be held accountable for how we're conducting ourselves. But our government will not be held accountable. That's why they are in a governed condition, right? Like those people are kind of like in an untouchable spot. We can take it to them, of course, but how many times have people approached them to change things in laws? Like the funding, right? Like we're going to dump $100 billion into removing people, but we never dump $100 billion into rehabilitating our communities. Like those same people y'all harassing, y'all treating like shit out there, those same people could benefit from those funds. Why is that always out of the question? Like, why do we always have to settle for less when it comes to our government, especially when people are paying taxes into these types of things? Those people still getting money. None of the $5,000 was not provided to the American citizens. So none of us benefited from them saving all the damn money they said they saved whenever Trump came into office. And I really don't like to be political, but what I do understand is that they're creating this chaos amongst us, but it's not changing anything in our communities. It's only getting worse. It looks like a third world country to me. And it's for sale. America is for sale, people. Hit the like button. America is for sale. Okay? It's for sale. So, this is like bringing the property value down, right? Like, bring the property value down. Like you just said, Russell. Like, they going to step in, bring the property value down. Say all of these neighborhoods need to be vacant, purchase them again from all of those, displace all of those people once again in those communities, and resell it, gentrify it, turn it into a smart city, all types of things. Because I've noticed, like, they went into certain cities and they said that they were allegedly, trying to bring more data, like you said, databases into those city data centers, excuse me, not databases, but those data centers. Everything is becoming technological now. People's homes are technological. You're already on a smartphone that's attached to all types of information. Your money's tied into it. It's digital currency. Everything is digital. So obviously they want to implement digital. They want to digitize everything, okay? So those are the things that I see taking place in these cities. It's just changing things. The world is changing. It's changing around us, and people still trying to do things the old-fashioned way. Nah, we have to adapt to the new, okay? Earth Day Venus Catch 22, a member in the chat. Make sure y'all sub up and member up just like Miss Earth Day Venus Catch 22. Salute to you as well. Yes, man, we running it up over here. We talking our talk, man. We making it do what it do. We reacting and we in action, baby. All right. So yeah, we have to adapt because they're not going to allow us to stay in that old way of thinking. That's why you see all of the people that think a certain way, they're being displaced in conversation. They don't even want to talk to you no more. God damn it. You're no longer valuable to them. It's out with the old, in with the new. Think about the people that's really running America. It has nothing to do with our people anymore. I mean, it has nothing to do with the old way of thinking. I'm trying to pull up this stuff I heard about Mr. Bill Gates, about his crops in North Carolina. Because you know that what they said about the farmers, right? The farmers is broke. The farmers ain't got no money. What's wrong with my phone?
Did you know that Bill Gates is the largest private owner of farmland in the U.S.? He owns 270,000 acres. What does a computer boy want with all that land? These are farm facts with Granny. Did you know?
Did y'all know that? All of the farmland that this guy has, vows to donate 350 million to seed programs, displace all of the farmers, allegedly. There's a lot more things going on and all of that in front of us, man. And the guy even said some real scary stuff about pandemics at one point. He talked about changing the population, population control allegedly. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on, man. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, because a lot of things have, they have come out and people talking about it. Make sure y'all subbing up to the channel, man. Right now, I'm just a little drained, so you might hear me talking, and I might just sound a little offbeat, because, you know, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But putting that shit in our food is messed up, man. Putting anything in our food to make people, you know, to shift the way people think and react, you know, their bodies and all of that stuff. Yeah, and like they said as well, you know, the people that endorse Trump anyway, they're kind of out of place, you know, at this point, representing the Republican, because as we can see, man, he's kind of doing a very bad job at his, you know, at his career right now. A lot of people are unhappy with this guy Donald Trump. And then the people that still rock with him, they kind of make excuses for why they rock with him, you know. I don't do all the political stuff, man. But let's listen to this about
Aiden Ross and Theo Vaughn are joining a long list of podcasters and influencers trying to walk back their support of Trump now.
I had a call with somebody in my team. Now that I look back on it, I really, really wish I never got into like politics.
My father immigrated here from Nicaragua, right? Like one of my prized
they
possessions.
said Theo
I have
Vaughn
his
bombed
immigration
recently
papers when he came
too.
here. So I have tons of thoughts about it, but this was just fucked up, right? It was fucked up. We already saw this same flip from Andrew Schultz in the Flagrant podcast, who were all happy to cozy up to Trump and help humanize him early on, only to later admit that his immigration agenda and other policies were reckless, misdirected, and hurting everyday Americans. I believe when Trump, everything he campaigned on, I believe he wanted to do. And now he's doing the exact opposite thing on every single fucking know what he's doing. Even Joe Rogan, whose support of Trump was a huge deal, had to finally admit that things were getting crazy. And then they're kicking students out that like write articles they don't like. Yeah, that's nuts. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Fucking isn't a university supposed to be a place where someone's allowed to express themselves and have non-violently? Yeah. They're writing something down and they're not calling for violence either. And they're getting challenged, and that's supposed to be how it happens. You get challenged, smarter people have better arguments, or your argument stands. Right, discourse.
This was the goal the whole time, people. They hoodwinked us again, people. They're gonna do it every time. I don't know why we still even rely on that system. We should not be looking at that system from that standpoint. We should be approaching this completely different. But people keep, you know, they keep straddling the fence with it. You know what I mean? Like they want to believe, then they don't want to believe. They want to believe, they don't want to believe. Like we gotta get away from that. This system was not built for us to win, man. The people that win already have the recipe. They already got the code. They're very strategic in how they move. So to see the things that's going on with our politicians at this point, it doesn't amaze me. It doesn't surprise me. Look at all of the destruction it's causing now. Remember, the plans only take effect once the president leaves the office, from my understanding. And yes, that's usually what it looks like. Like even with the jab thing, right? Like that has so much to do with how we approach everything. They tried something on all of us. They knew that they could do that, right? They knew that they could take something like that and use it against us at all times now. They know that they could create these false situations and what'll come out of it, right?
Supposed to be a place for discourse. It's supposed to be? Yeah. And deporting people because you don't like who they're criticizing? Like, that gets kind of shifty. But let's be real. They can deny all they want. These guys knew exactly what they were doing, even though they keep claiming they didn't vote for this. So DM me like, you see what your boy doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the buddies. He's increasing it. They use their platforms to normalize Trump in exchange for views and viral clips, access to the president, and proximity to big names and companies like Dana White and the UFC. Now Trump is doing exactly what he ran on and exactly what was written in Project 2025. And now these guys are suddenly shocked. But just like this tweet calling them out says, you did vote for this. You voted for this and you put this. And you insulted anyone who warned you of what was coming. Claimed it was TDS and vilified educated people. Own your mistake and actually help remedy it moving forward instead of being
Hit the like button. Yep. They voted it in, man. So why are we surprised at what's going on right now? Remember, man, these guys are puppets, yo. These guys are puppets, man. They not no rulers of nothing. We have allegedly deep state. We have alleged elitists who run the world a little different than the things that get plastered in our media, on our TVs. That shit is completely different behind the scenes, bro. They talking completely different behind the scenes. And we just want to go for what we see in front of us. Nah, man, that's where we fail at every time when we do that. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, subbing up to the channel. This is usually not how my channel looks. I do this rarely, whenever I'm, off of work or not really getting on the computer or nothing like that. And this will go on members only. So yeah, man. And we're gonna have to find some new hashtags. We're gonna have to check out the trending hashtags and cutting edge. That's definitely what you do, bro. If that, like I said, if that's what you're referring to, the thing we, briefly spoke about earlier, just go ahead and research the trending hashtags, or you can type them into YouTube. It'll help you. And you just want to you want to specify what it is you're going to be talking about, and that helps you get into that algorithm. And that's for any other people that's listening. That's the game I can give all of my members, all of the people that's watching, all of the subscribers. I could definitely show y'all that. Let's keep going.
Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I had a call with someone in my team. Can I tell you guys something? Now that I look back on it, I really, really wish I never got into like politics. And I feel like that's a cool thing to like talk about. Obviously, it's like, I just kind of like, I know y'all didn't like that era at all, except for the Trump like stream. Obviously, at the end of the day, it was the president. Like, but like now that I look back at it, it's like, damn, like so many people just tie me to it, and now it's just like, fuck, like no matter what, they don't even get to know who I am because they don't like even want to. Oh, you did this shit with Trump? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I really, really understand other people's side, and as I'm getting older, I'm just like seeing like I just don't think I'll ever care enough again for any other politician ever in the future, just because it's like at the end of the
I
day,
don't even trust people that talk like that.
Humans, we're all humans, and it's
so funny that he's saying this now. It was all good before Trump took office. And because of the immigration policy, tariffs, a sinking economy, rising inflation, and the military stopping through U.S. cities, Trump's approval rating is one of the worst ever. And if you read between the lines, Aiden is basically admitting that his close associating to Trump is now hurting his pocket. So it's clear that brand deals or sponsorships that maybe he would have gotten before aren't coming to him anymore because of that association. I love watching the culture vulture spiral. You made your move. You put your flag in his hand. Now you facing all the backlash. Now you want to backpedal. Nah, stay with your man.
Stay with your mans, yo.
All he gives a fuck about is money. You know what it is? He's losing the black dollar. He's losing the black fan. All these companies, everybody knows how important the black dollar is. So what he's doing is he's backpedaling, realizing maybe the subs ain't what they used to be, or the influencers are what they used to be.
So they still relying on black people, right? So we still got the power in our hands, and we still misusing it, still misguided by the power of our vote, the power of our dollar. That's what you mean to tell me, Black America, that we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled all over again? We still misappropriating funds? Well, obviously so, But even when it comes to streaming and stuff, it could be very dangerous. Not dangerous per se. It's not dangerous. Dangerous is the wrong word, right? The proper word is you like kind of on thin ice. It's a thin line between love and hate when it comes to streaming, because people are constantly looking at you talk. Like right now, I can't see who's looking at me talking, for the most part, because people aren't even chatting in here. I don't know why. We got 26 people watching. So hit the like button or chat or do something. Give me interaction, Hype me up. But it's a very thin line between love and hate when it comes to streaming. So the wrong words at the wrong time, the wrong crowd, it can affect the way people interact with your channel. As far as a person like Aiden Ross, he could be used easily as well. People get paid to say and do and endorse and all those types of things, but I wouldn't put it past him to say that he's just talking for the most part. He's just talking. Especially if he's not into politics. He said he got into politics, but he damn sure did that little stunt with Charleston White. So that's why I say, man, you can't really take people serious when they talk like that. Like, really, you probably still getting a check, man. You just can't be real about the shit, you know.
Manager had these racist remarks. I'm not cool with Kai no more. I'm not cool with Speed no more. We gotta call Spanish fans. Keep it a buck. Stay over there. Good old Trump and dump. You trying to do a Trump and dump? Nah. Once MAGA, always MAGA. And let's not forget how deep down the Trump rabbit hole Aiden actually was, where he not only supported Trump like an absolute sycophant, but he created false narratives to again humanize him and demonize everybody else and pushed it on his audience.
Boy, Trump got everybody. Hey, Trump was getting people for real. Trump was definitely getting people. He's still getting people. He still get up there and just talk. That's why I said I don't do the politics. I just react, man. We just reacting. Don't get sensitive about it. Everybody are entitled to their opinions, obviously, in America, man. We be getting too sensitive about shit. But yeah, man, I think that's about it. I can't keep going right now, y'all. I'm really beat. We'll get back to it tomorrow. We'll be able to go a little more in depth to, shit talking and, stomping around here. Other than that, it's your boy L Boogie Reacts. Hit the like button, sub up to the channel, get your memberships if you haven't already. Hug your loved ones. Tomorrow's never promised. Take it with a grain of salt as well, people. Don't take it too serious, man. These people playing games on us all. Until next time, people, salute. We out.